no kid wants, this old man with a moustache with his hands on his shoulders telling him, keep your elbow up and this is what you need to do. There's no fun in that. So we thought, the best times that we had in cricket were where we were training with our friends.
Yeah.
And we were playing games with our friends.
And so now there's doors that's opening for professional coaches.
All they need to do is focus on what they know.
Wow.
And that's cricket.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Bizzin Podcast. Andrea, let's climb into it, right? So you said 5 years later, it all comes back to what you are good at. It comes back to cricket. So speak to us a little bit about Smash, the business that you guys are busy building now.
I can't even think about where we got started with it. Dwayne was traveling around and playing quite a lot.
Yeah.
And he's got a son that's a little bit older than my sons. And I think he wanted better for his son.
Yeah.
What was available in terms of cricket coaching and opportunity just wasn't on par for him. So it was a decision that he made to sort of do something about it and get involved at his local school, at his son's school. And that was where Smash was born. So fast forward a couple of months, I went up to go and visit him, saw the process and thought, actually, I agree with you. I've got two of my own sons, with a third one on the way. And I share the same worries and the same concerns. So had a conversation with him, sat down over dinner and just said, look, would you be interested in scaling this?
Yes.
And he said, I would. And, we both enjoy working together and have in the past. And we agreed to do it and give it a go.
Yeah.
And it's a different area.
Yeah.
I mean, we live here in the Garden Route, and it was an untapped potential for us to roll something like this out. There were so many schools and so many kids, and we were actually a lot further behind you in terms of opportunity than they were even up there.
Yeah.
So it was just a no-brainer to get involved and try to create something personally for my own boys to have the opportunity that I wish I had at their age.
Sure. So maybe just speak a little bit about the logistics behind Smash. Like what problem does it solve, right?
So logistics behind it, we're dealing with kids, right? And we're dealing with schools, and we're trying to put the two together, and we're trying to be a third party in something that's actually very difficult to tie down. But it's just about giving. Between Dwayne and I, we've got 25 years of professional international experience.
Wow.
And we just thought, you know what, why can't we break that down into a digestible way for kids to understand?
Yeah.
And create a system that is repeatable, that we can repeat and replicate.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. So this is quite an interesting market, right? Because you're saying you're dealing with children and schools, and then you have their parents. So the parents need to almost buy in for the future for their children. So the parents need to understand the dream of the children. So how do you get a breakthrough in this? Like how do you had to see there's a gap in the market. Now you need to say, how am I going to convert the opportunity that I see into business, right, and into a monetary value? How do you guys go about that process and the thoughts behind that?
So it's not a new concept in terms of cricket academies and sports academies, rugby academies, soccer academies. They've existed for a really long time.
Yeah.
We just wanted to do it differently. So we thought, no kid wants, this old man with a moustache with his hands on his shoulders telling him, keep your elbow up and this is what you need to do. There's no fun in that.
Yes.
So we thought, the best times that we had in cricket were where we were training with our friends.
Yeah.
And we were playing games with our friends.
Exactly.
So we brought that in. So we've got small group training where it starts. And the fundamental focus of that part of the academy is to teach kids that cricket can be really fun.
Yeah.
And that they can actually be really good at it.
Sure.
So it's all structured and based around the fun element of the game.
Yeah.
And then where our sort of unique IP came in was figuring out a way to make these kids come for a play date.
Yes.
And have so much fun with their mates.
Yeah.
And in the background, something special is happening. They're actually developing really great skills.
Yeah.
So I think the key was to figure out how well we could execute on that and do that.
Yeah.
And then from a business perspective is we're looking at it through two different lenses. I've got my kids enrolled in so many different extramurals that we're paying for, and I won't. Well, I will try not to. I'll try and give my kids the best always.
Yeah.
Even if I'm maybe at a stage where I'm financially strained, the first thing I want to do is make sure my kids are happy. So from that perspective, we know there's a business there.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of getting people engaged through whether it be a trial session or come in with a friend, bring a friend today, that kind of thing. Just get them exposed to it.
Yeah.
And then once they realize how fun it is, we've had, great success in them staying.
That's amazing. But I mean, in saying that, right, where the focus point becomes the children, you've actually now created an opportunity for professional coaches. I mean, and so now there's doors that's opening for professional coaches and for people that's maybe leaving, their professional career, and there's an opportunity for them to keep on doing what they love. So how did you guys think about that?
Done your homework. Really good. So it was an interesting one because it's difficult to invest in something for your kid without realizing or without understanding the real value that they're getting. And then being cricketers in this space for such a long time, we've also realized, look at my own story, how quickly it comes to an end.
Yes.
And there's so many players around the country that have have invested their entire lives into the sport.
Yes.
And it's what they know.
Yeah.
And then, yes, they can go and study a degree and they can get something behind their name. But as soon as they finish their career, they have no work experience. And they're like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
But what do they know better than anything? Sure. Is they know the space and they know the sport. So although we try and structure everything where they don't need to focus on invoicing, they don't need to focus on communications or marketing or anything. Yeah. All they need to do is focus on what they know.
Wow.
And that's cricket.
Yeah.
So you talk about business plans in cricket now, there's mixed reports about them, but in business in general, but this is just one of those things. We had no idea that this was going to become our model. It's just something that happened because we saw the stars align and we just saw there were two needs that could be resolved with one option. Yeah. And now we've got professional coaches that coach kids. Yeah. Your kids are in good hands. Yeah. And a lot of our training now just matches make sure that they know how to deal with kids. Yeah. And how they build rapport with those kids. But the cricket knowledge is there. Yeah.
That's amazing. And I mean, at the same time, now you guys are actually mentoring those coaches as well and giving them an opportunity. Because it's like you're saying, say for instance, you leave school, you're 18 years old, you build your professional career, maybe at 35 you leave that, or 40 at latest, probably, except if you're Imran. And then but now it goes there. I mean, and now you need to get to this point where you actually enter a world that you don't know. And start looking for yourself or looking after yourself, find a job or build a business. So it's a daunting process for them. And I think it's really a thing that probably puts weight on their shoulders when they are busy in their professional sporting career as well. So I think it's an amazing thing that you're doing in terms of that. So maybe touch a little bit, because it's a infant, it's a baby that's being born now. So what are some of the challenges that you guys have experienced throughout this?
Anyone that's run a business knows that the issues come from every nook and cranny.
Exactly.
Like anytime you start something new or open something up, it just comes with a whole list of issues. Yeah. So it's difficult to pinpoint exactly where they are. We're just dealing with them every day.
Yes.
So our model's quite unique because we don't charge schools. So it's a no-brainer for the schools. Yeah. So we just utilize the facilities and then we give back to those schools in the sense of introducing the professional skill set and consulting on their model for their cricket, right? So we build a pipeline that will survive long after we're gone. Yeah. Right? So in a way, we could be shooting ourselves in the foot because once they understand it and they know it, why do they need us anymore? Yeah. But we've just gone on the basis of doing such a good job and relying so much on building a brand and a reputation with the school and with the kids that you're their chosen mentor, or you're their chosen coach, and they want to walk this journey with you.
Yeah.
So it's crucial for us to walk the walk and live up to what we've sold.
Yeah.
And in that case, it's very easily adoptable for schools.
Yeah.
Because it's a win-win for them. There's nothing, there's nothing that they have to lose.
Yeah.
So it's a great model. Now the onus is on us to deliver.
Definitely.
When you have to deliver on invoicing, on communications, on making sure that your coaches get vetted properly, et cetera, there's a lot of moving parts that need to fall in line very quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of growing pains that happen
100%.
at individual schools as well.
Yeah. And so I know this answer is going to be biased from you, and it should be, because I think we as business owners should love our product so much and should love our service that we are delivering so much. But why would you recommend somebody using this Smash product?
It's something that I'd use for my kids and build for my kids, coming from where I have been, what I've seen, and how much I love my kids and how much I try to raise the bar in terms of what we give them and what we provide for them. All of that has gone into this. Mm-hmm. So we don't want to look at where we want to go. Is it something that we fell into, or something that we just thought, you know what, it's easy business to pick up and run because we've got the credibility?
Yeah.
Or is it something that we want to build and become the best in the world? It's the latter.
Sure.
So if you look at where we want to go, we don't necessarily want to become the biggest cricket academy in the world, although that's definitely something that is touchable in our dream.
We proclaim it.
Yeah, we proclaim it. Thank you. We want to become the best cricket academy in the world.
Amazing.
And that doesn't just happen overnight.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen with just you at the realm.
Yeah.
You need to build something that unites and brings the best of the best in to your united cause and buying into one system.
Yeah, sure.
And to get that going in any sort of in any part of life, whether business, relationships, friendships, anything, is really challenging and really difficult. So we haven't chosen the easiest path, but we've chosen the path that we know that if we keep to it over an extended period of time, we'll reach really great results.
Yeah, sure. That's amazing. And I think, touching on the scalability of it and getting to the point where you become the biggest one in the world eventually is you essentially need to look at the culture that's being created, right? So for me, I said this on a podcast the other day. When I started to practice, it was me doing everything. So I was a bookkeeper, I was an accountant, I was a payroll lady, I was everything. The compliance, the receptionist, everything. And so everyone loved that. Now I need to get to a point like, how do I replicate that? How do I start getting a payroll team that can do the work, the quality, love the people, love the clients as much as I did, right? And still do. And then now the same with that. So now I need to scale. Now you guys, with your model that you are currently building, scalability is also at the end of it. But now you need to create a culture, right? Where somebody maybe comes in the Garden Route, attends a cricket academy somewhere in Pretoria, they can experience more or less the same thing. So how do you create that culture in a thing that can become this big?
You're firing great questions. You can't be a part of a successful team without good culture.
Yes.
So especially in sport.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of great examples of that where superstars on paper end up mid-table, and then a team that is the complete underdogs end up winning it.
Yeah.
Because of culture. So that is crucial for our success.
Yeah.
So we can't wave a magic wand and make that happen.
Exactly.
But what we do is, in order to run your own academy, you have to come in and shadow one of our coaches.
Yes.
95% of our coaching goes into building culture and building rapport.
Wow.
We assume that you have your cricket knowledge because it's what you've been doing. So we don't focus too much on that. And we build the system is there for you to use.
Yeah.
We build character and we build a team that wants to unite and wants to take this forward.
Yeah.
And that's where I think, we've done quite well. But again, because of 25 years of combined experience in the best teams being able to build culture.
Yeah.
So we've resonated with that, and that's something that we are trying to the best of our ability to drive forward we'll never get it perfect.
Yeah.
And culture as it comes and goes.
Yeah.
So it's something, it's not just about building it, it's about maintaining it.
Definitely.
So I'll let you know. Ask me the same question in 10 years and I'll let you know.
That's amazing. But I mean, you already touched so much on it where your main focus becomes creating the culture instead of the skills, because you're expecting that person to have the skills. And I think sometimes that's where we're missing the environment in a business as well. You like focus on the skill, and never focus on the culture. And then there's one person that affects the whole company culture because they're not bought into the vision. They don't have the passion for it. You know, and I have a recruiter that helps me employ people. And I said, stop asking if they know debit or credit and start asking them, why do they stand up in the morning? And that made a big shift for me in terms of that. So maybe just quickly wrap it up. Where do you see Smash in the next couple of years?
Hopefully in as many schools as possible, affecting and helping as many kids as possible.
Yeah.
And what that number is, I don't know. But as much energy as we can put into making sure that we reach as many people as possible is where we are.
Amazing. It's amazing what you guys are doing. I'm praying a blessing over that business and looking forward to see what's going to happen with it in the future.
Thank you, Des.
Thank you so much for being here, Andrea. Guys, thank you so much for joining another podcast of the Bizzin app. Please go and like and follow our social media platforms. Go and download the app and start tracking your journey today as an entrepreneur.